So let me play devil's advocate. And I actually heard this today from the New York Times. I'm listening to Michael Barbaro and the New York Times, the Daily, and they're actually saying, these sanctions, they're making Iraq or Iran more dangerous because the tighter the sanctions, they have nothing else they can do. And I thought, gee, that's like saying, when you discipline your children or you want your children to behave a certain way and you take away their phone, well, you're causing them to be more rebellious. No, what are you supposed to do with a group of people that won't do it? So the press will say, and many on the left will say, this is going to make things worse. Total sanctions, it will trap this lion in a cage, and the only way to get out is with its claws.
Well, that's the John Kerry philosophy. That's what the Obama administration did. So, look, we'll buy them off. We'll give them all these billions of dollars that we froze and hand them that money, which they did in cash. And
Bill,
we'll give them
we didn't have any problems with them, did we? We didn't have any problems with that. Remember, I'm playing the New York Times. Well,
come on,
a couple of years.
We didn't have any problems with them. This is what I mean about the New York Times and the false reporting and failure to search for the truth. Everybody knows that Iran and the Revolutionary Guard has been behind the Syrian stuff, has been behind the Saudi Arabian stuff with the terrorism that's going on down there in the south of the peninsula, been behind the
Yemen,
trying to
Somalia,
undermine the Iraq government. That's all they do. They don't do anything else but try to foster terrorism in the Middle East. Everybody knows that. So all of that is just garbage. You can do the Neville Chamberlain approach and appease. I think the United States has been very reticent and not aggressive enough in Iran. I would have done this total sanction things I suggested a long time ago, because you're going to have to
done it in
confront
2003.
Yeah, you're going to have to do it. It's going to have to come. So
once they do get a nuke, once they do become North Korea, God forbid, then you have no good options left. Then you have absolutely no good options.
They employ Hezbollah. Hezbollah is Iran. All right, so Hezbollah basically can take whatever nuclear weapon they have, whether it's a thimble or a full blown, and do whatever they want with it. So, I mean, this is a terrorist state. The mullahs are a terrorist state. It's not a rational government. So when the New York Times knows that, but won't ever say it, because if they said it, that would then make President Obama look bad. And that's
so.
What's going
what do you
on
say,
there.
Bill? What do you say to the people? Because I got this when I worked at CNN, and it was like, are you people insane? Are you out of your mind? They actually said to me that, the mullahs don't actually believe in all the religious garbage. They're just saying that to appease their people, and they would never really actually use a nuke in Israel, et cetera, et cetera. I tend to take radical, crazy religious people at their word. If they say they're going to do something because God told them to, usually they mean it. Do you believe that
did
the
they
mullahs...
miss 9/11, or were they not here on vacation?
Right.
Look, there are two people you can't reason with. Stu and... No, that's a joke. Right.
I'm glad I made a list
Two people you can't reason with. Ideological, political zealots, whether they're left or right, no reasoning with them. All right? They're whatever mental thing is going on up there, you're not going to get through. Right. And people who are consumed with hatred. Now, there's where you got the mullahs. Now, I don't know what the mullahs believe, what they don't believe. I don't know what they're doing. I don't care. I know they hate us. They hate everything that America is. Freedom, secular, capitalist, whatever we are, they hate us. And that's what it is. And you're not going to change it. So why bother even discussing it? I don't even have discussions like that. You either get a strategy to deal with Iran or you don't. I'm hoping President Trump and his administration can come up with one. So right now, I don't know what their strategy is. I'd like to know what it is. Go ahead.
You know John Bolton, right? Personally?
Yes.
Okay. I do too. I like John Bolton. I think he is cut from the same cloth of Reagan. He's not a crazy man. He's not a warmonger, but he doesn't believe in fooling around with evil.
No, he's Cheney. That's the problem. So the ambassador is Cheney. They're the same mindset. And their mindset is use American power when it's necessary. And don't compromise and don't elongate it. But Bolton, he's not going to win this. Yeah, when it's necessary.
So you think
he believes that Iran's an evil nation. It's got to be taken off the map. Not literally. You don't have to kill them all, but it has to be overthrown. That's what Bolton believes.
The regime, But do you believe that he's only willing to do that through bloodshed, or do you think he's
I don't know.
Tough sanctions and everything else?
But I mean, he's in those discussions, so everybody in the Trump administration knows what his strategy is. See, I would like to know what the president's strategy is toward Iran. Are you going to try to overthrow them, or I know you don't want to say that because that could make things worse, but you've got to basically define. Look, we have this terrorist state causing a lot of trouble. We believe it can't continue. That's all. So then the message goes out, okay, something's going to happen. You don't have to tell them what it is, but right now we don't even know if something's going to happen.